Welcome back to the Sovah Says channel, and we've got another Mount Rushmore Monday list for you. We're talking all the best characters from your favorite video game franchises on today's show. And to help with that list, we're enlisting the world's foremost authority on staying hype, former WWE superstar Mojo Muhtadi. The X24/7 champion now brings his boundless energy and sports commentary weeknights to TMZ Sports as the show's official Packer backer. Football fans may also remember Dean from stints in the NFL with 2 teams and his game-wrecking ability at the University of Maryland. An avid gamer who has a love for the console classics, when he hops on the sticks, he's a force to be reckoned with.
And I'm so happy to finally be joined by my guy, Mojo Muhtadi, good friend of mine. Mojo, how are you doing today, brother?
What's up, big dog? It's good to be looking at you on camera for once. It's always on the phone or via text. I don't get to see you.
Yep, I knew that, there's 2 things if Mojo's going to be on the show I got to bring. I got to be hype and the gun's got to be out because it's a sleeveless show only.
That's right. That's the only way to do it.
What we do here on the Sovah Says channel is every Monday we bring you a Mount Rushmore Monday where we're talking about 4 GOATs from whatever genre or subject we're talking. And today with Mojo, who is a fan of video games, we are talking about our Mount Rushmore of video game characters. So before we get into the breakdown of the 4 GOATs, Mojo, what was like when you were younger, what was the game that like really inspired you to like get into gaming in general?
Ooh, one game
or a genre, or was there an arcade game?
I don't want to date myself, but shoot, when I was a little kid, Duck Hunt, maybe? It's not like we had a ton of options back then, nothing like now, right. But I don't know. I like to get my hands dirty, right? I want to use my hands. I don't want to always just push buttons. I mean, if I can be a little bit more active, that's right up my style. I mean, shoot, an Oculus. That's why I love the Oculus so much. I game in there. I work out in there. It's pretty cool. I mean, even if it's just the arcade style games, you're standing up, and I don't know, it just seems a little bit more physical. That's always been my speed a little bit.
If there was one game that you felt like if you got all those quarters back from when you were throwing them into the arcade machine that you could have like maybe paid for college and then some, what would it have been?
Oh man, I gotta say it's probably maybe the Simpsons game, the Simpsons arcade game. That one, I don't know why that one just seemed a little bit more challenging than the X-Men game. I mean, those were probably 2 of my favorites when we would go to the arcade. I mean, unless you're playing, the shooting games or something like that, like those were the ones for me. And they were just more fun because, there was room for 3 other people to play with you. So you could squat up and do your thing and have some fun that way. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I remember having to pump more money into the Simpsons game than the X-Men game.
So if you love those 4 wides, you had to love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who was your go-to character on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
That's Raphael. Always everything Raphael when it came to Ninja Turtles. I just liked the attitude back then. I mean, these days, with who Mojo ended up becoming, I'm probably more of a Michelangelo, Leonardo kind of.
That was my guy.
I probably like Raphael the least if I met them all in person, kind of a thing. But hey, that was my guy, so I'm sticking with him.
Yeah, I was definitely a Michelangelo guy. I love the orange as it's carried on into my adulthood. But since we're talking about characters that we loved in that game, that is going to transition us perfectly into our Mount Rushmore of video game characters, 4 GOATs that we're carving into stone. These can be by whatever justification you have, whether it's your favorite, whether you think they mean the most to gaming. It doesn't matter. It's your list. If you're watching this at home or on your phone chat, go ahead and list your 4 below. I'd love to see it in the comments so we can discuss this even more. All right, Mojo, who's the first character that is going on your Mount Rushmore of video game characters?
All right, these are not in order of like top to bottom. You know what? We'll start with bottom to top. We'll do it in reverse order. So this last one, this was the tough one of who I wanted my 4th person to be. And I really had to dig into this one. And who I'm going with, sleeper pick, probably someone that's on nobody's Mount Rushmore, which is why I'm putting him on mine, Luigi.
Oh,
You didn't see that one coming. It's
did
all
not see
about
that coming.
Mario, Super Mario, this. I mean, they're a tag team. Where's Luigi's love? I mean, for me, he's the one that throws down even better because when I play Super Smash, I'll play with Luigi. I don't
Oh,
want
he's
any
very,
part
very
of Mario. Mario sucks in that game. Luigi is way better. When I'm playing Mario Kart, Luigi always was my guy. So, I mean, I got to stick up for the underdog in this fight. And that's why I had to put Luigi on my list.
So that makes me feel I don't know how that makes me feel a certain way because Mario is on my list. So maybe just they run in tandem, but I figured Mario, the guy's like a race car driver. He's a street fighter. He's got jumping ability. He's just the classic. He's the face of the brand. So I'm gonna take the low hanging fruit and I'm gonna go Mario, the yin to the yang there for you. But I think Luigi is a very, very, very strong pick.
All right, fair enough.
All right, who we got next up on that list?
All right, next. Third place versus second place. It was a close call. This is a personal decision. Another person that might not be on anybody's Mount Rushmore. Give me Kirby.
Ooh.
For the sole reason that that has always been my go-to player in Super Smash Bros. Like every single time. Honestly, I think it started because he can fly.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to die so much in the game by, missing the double falls or whatever that might be. And it used to drive me crazy because when you die with what 17% health or whatever, or 17% damage, I should say, that's infuriating. And we used to get after it when we would play Super Smash Bros. Not only in the house with the family, but in locker rooms and things like that. When I was playing football, especially over at the University of Maryland, when we were in the dorms, man, the whole squad would come over and we would play Super Smash Bros. And your boy was among the best. So Kirby was the guy that got it done. He didn't have as much firepower as some of the others. So sometimes you'd get somebody up to like 200% damage. It was hard to finish him with Kirby, but that's okay. As long as I could stay in the game, I'm going to outlast them.
Before we move on, you mentioned playing the games in college in the dorms. What were like the biggest games? Was like playing football? Was Madden a big game for you guys, or
Well, that's
what
the
were you
reason
guys
I
playing?
played Super Smash because I didn't want to play anything else that the guys were playing. I've always loved Smash Bros. Like that's one of my favorite games. Mario Party's another fun one
Oh,
when you're
good one.
playing with a big group of people, but it made no sense to me, bro. We would be deep into two-a-days. And when I say two-a-days, that's 2 practices a day. That doesn't include weightlifting and film study and all of the other things all day long, every waking minute of every day for 5 freaking weeks. But these guys will get out of practice, and for the 1:30, maybe 60-minute break we had, depending on how fast you showered and eat, these guys would play Madden. And I'm like, just finish saying how tired of football you are. You're exhausted of football. You don't want to see a football. And then you guys will get on the sticks and play Madden and get all fired up about it. It's like, I never understood that. I've never really been one that wanted to play games rooted in reality, right? Like,
Right,
you
that makes
know,
sense.
I'd rather play NFL Blitz than I'd rather play Madden. I'd rather play Halo than I'd rather play Call of Duty, like something like that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to have a little bit more fun here. It's a little bit more of escape, the fantasy side of it. So that's always been my go-to.
that makes total sense. Completely understand that. All right, so we've got two down. So we've got Luigi and we've got Kirby, both Nintendo characters. Is there a third? Maybe staying in Nintendo, or are we switching brands?
Well, I just hinted at it a little bit a second ago, but I got to put my guy, the Master Chief, on this one.
Absolutely.
Halo, man. I love Halo. I play it all the time. Like sometimes when I have a 5-10 minute break in between work, I'll like just hop in here and just settle my brain down for a second and go do my thing. I mean, Master Chief's a badass, bro, man. It's
Oh
a tough
yeah.
dude. You're deploying just him against the entire world, and it's fun, dude. It's I don't want to play any real lifestyle war games, right? That's too much for me. So I'd rather like take it a step removed for that. And the Master Chief, bro, he's just cool, man. He's a badass, so I'm with it.
Yeah, this is actually going to be one I agree with you here. So Master Chief would make my list. He'd be the second person on my list. I just feel like he's the like natural evolution of James Bond's GoldenEye on the 64 and the Doom game. It was like where we had found their next level, and Master Chief and Halo was that first person shooter that everyone had to play and everyone was on back in the day. And to me, that's a goated character right there.
Dude, I like a game where you can get immersed into the world, right? Like you can almost feel that you're there, especially with where the graphics have come to in recent days. I mean, you get dialed in, man. I mean, it's you play too much, you're gonna start dreaming about it pretty soon.
Yep. All right. So we've got three. Who's the fourth guy that's going up on that Mount Rushmore for you?
And when we say fourth, this is the MVP. If there was just one person on the Rushmore, and I'd be happy to give this person all four spots.
Let's
I mean,
see.
this
Let's hear it.
one was a no-brainer to me. It's my answer always. It's the best games ever invented. Link from Zelda is the man. That is the guy that we are running with. Ocarina of Time. I didn't realize that at one point that this is by a lot of parties voted the best game ever made. But for me, when as soon as it came out, I was like, this is it. This is everything. I'll never play a better game
Yeah.
than this one right here. I mean, I even like Majora's Mask. I know that's, I think some people may have hated on it. Probably part of it's just because, following up Ocarina of Time is just impossible to do. But I love that game too. I thought that one was a lot of fun. But Ocarina of Time was just something special. Link's my guy, so yeah, he's gonna be up there, and I might even have to put him in the fire tunic too. I don't know. I might have to deck him out in red for that one.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I mean, and then I don't know if you heard that it's now there's going to be a Hollywood adaptation. There's going to be a movie.
Man, it's gonna be hard to get that one right. It's going to be really tricky. There's a lot of pressure. I'll be like one of those marks on the internet that's just probably going to be picking apart and hating like
Don't review bomb. Don't be the review bomber.
I don't want to be that guy, and I certainly hope I'm not. I'm just saying it's a lot of pressure because that's another thing too. I believe there's plans. I live in Orlando, and I believe there's plans to open up a Zelda portal over at the new Epic Universe theme park. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I could be getting that wrong. But when I heard that too, I was like, oh man, I feel like no matter what they do, I'm going to be a hater because I'm going to expect too much.
Everyone's going to be carrying around bows and swords. It'd be great. All right. Well, that was a great 4-person list. Just to finish off who I have and maybe get your take on the last two of mine. So the third person I'm going to go with is from a video game series that started for me at the arcade and is carried over into the consoles. He's my favorite. He is my go-to on every single version of this game. That game is Mortal Kombat. The character is Scorpion. I'm a Scorpion main to the death. I love the get over here and every combo that comes out of that. The guy's he's been the face, he's had covers, he's in every single game. He is just the ultimate badass to me, his backstory and everything about him. So I had to have Scorpion on mine.
So I have right on the other side of the computer here. I actually have a Mortal Kombat arcade game in the house.
Amazing.
So it's taken some damage. I think we broke it a couple of times. Not like the actual game, but the base because everyone was just yanking on it too much. Scorpion has had a glow up more so than just about any video game character ever. I feel like because I believe when Mortal Kombat first started, he was just kind of an average dude. He was just like one of the ninjas,
Yeah.
one of many. Nothing really overly special about him. And then you fast forward and he's the guy and his backstory, and he's getting a lot of love in the movies and all these things. He is his fan favorite, and yeah, man. Because I want to say in the beginning, Sub-Zero might have even been cooler to most than Scorpion was.
Sub-Zero was really cool. Some really cool fatalities.
I think Raiden was my go-to though.
Oh, is he?
Definitely in the original games. As the game started to go on, maybe I had a couple of people I would mix in there. But yeah, Raiden, I think start to finish was my guy.
And then to finish things off, I felt like this character, the games haven't really evolved, but back in the day, and this, like we talked about dating yourselves, if I don't say Pac-Man, then it just feels weird. Like to not have the like that, like everything about Pac-Man back in the day where you had you go to the pizza place and you had the cabinet that you like pulled a seat up to, and it was a tabletop game, and you would just like set your drink and your plate with pizza, and you'd be playing the game. Like those memories for me, he's just kind of a nostalgia pick. That it kind of I would feel bad if I didn't have him on there.
I respect it. I like it. Wouldn't put it on mine. I can appreciate it. I was never a big Pac-Man guy. I'd play, but if
Sure.
there was any of these other games that we discussed out there, I'm picking those instead. But I mean, hey, I love a good arcade. I love a good arcade bar. We have a couple of them here in Orlando that
Oh, that's cool.
we like to go game at. But yeah, man, like I can respect it, but not on my list.
All right, that's going to do it here for this episode of Mount Rushmore Monday. Mojo, thank you so much. If there's anything you'd like to plug or tell the people at home where they can find you, now's the time.
Find me at the arcade and come get you some. If you're challenging, there's got to be a bet on the line. That's always the rule around here. I'm not saying that's got to be a financial bet. It might have to be a dare, push up, something. Like there's got to be something on the line when we play, but we'll see you at the arcade, man. Let's get after it. You and I start this thing off.
Yeah, set your quarters up at the top so we know who's next.
Yeah.